Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got a cute little treat for you, and this is a classic. It's a 2468 bag. Let me show you how I did this. I've got some brand new designer series paper. It is a 2022-2023 annual catalog sneak peek. This is the new host exclusive paper coming in the next annual catalog. We're going to build the base of our 2468 bag with this paper. So it's 48 sheets. There's 12 double-sided designs. Here's the A and the B pattern. And you get 4 of each. Here's another. The color palette is Blackberry Bliss and Petal Pink, Old Olive, Mint Macaron, Pool Party, and Crushed Curry. This is my favorite piece right here. I love this one. I love this one. The two sides together are really cool. It's a great pack of paper, and it's only available for demonstrators to purchase right now. If you're not a demonstrator, you can get this one in your starter kit. And for hostesses, when the new catalog comes out. So you can buy this paper pack with host rewards, but you can't buy it with cash. And so here's another. Look at this beautiful floral with the Old Olive diagonal crisscross, and then a fun stripe. This one's good going into fall. Kites on the back. I love this Mint Macaron pattern right here. And then the leaves on the other side, A and B sides. It's a big pack of paper, right? We're still going. More designs. Here's a petal pink on both sides. You've got a stripe on one side, flower on the other. Really pretty paper. I think we might be at the last page. Nope, 2 more pages. You got the birds on one side and the crushed curry kind of damask on the other. And then the last one is the one we're using today. So you got this beautiful Mint Macaron leaf and multicolor stripe. Got a piece of that paper, 8.5 by 5.5. So it's half of a sheet of cardstock. We're gonna take this half a sheet and put it in our Simply Scored tool on the 8.5 inch side. We're gonna score at 2, 4, 6, 8. It's a very simple box, makes 2 from a page, easy for mass production. This makes great party favors or treats for groups of people. Maybe you want to make one for everybody in the office or one for everybody at your Easter table. They go together really quickly, and you can score these. If you got them out of cardstock, or if you cut your designer series paper to 8.5 by 11, you can score at 2, 4, 6, 8. Actually, here, let's do it this way on the 8.5 inch side, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then rotate once to the right, score at 2 and 7.5, and then cut your paper apart. And you've scored twice, or you scored 2 boxes, but only had to bring it to your Simply Score tool once. So it saves you a little bit of effort if you're making a mass production. Sometimes we just like to make treats for everybody, don't we? All right, so we're going to work the score lines with the bone folder and trim according to the template. Such a simple box. All right, when you trim this one, you're going to take out this little rectangle and bevel cut, make a little glue tab here. Then you'll cut out each of these little score lines. Cut until you hit the intersecting line, and then just take a little angle out of that. So you just take a little bulk out of the scores, and do that for the other 2. There's our box. Let's put it together with tear and tape. I'm going to run a line down this little tab. When I assemble these boxes, I usually fold them flat to start with, so not the first score, but at the second score line, and then from the opposite side at the first score line, and then just bring together your seam. You can burnish it down. And this is the back of your box. You're gonna put the sides down, and then the back will go to the front and the front to the back. So what I like to do here is a little adhesive on the ends. Bring this together and square up the bottom. Be sure that the back goes in first, so then the front goes to the back and your seams are along the back of your box, and then pinch. Now you got your cute little triangle box. This is a fun bag to do or box to do. You can do like I did with a little Velcro closure, kind of a flip top. You can pinch together and tie it closed with some ribbon or use a clip. So lots of different options. I'm gonna add some chocolates to mine. I love this time of year with all the fun spring color foil wrap goodies. I'm gonna do 8 in here. Fits really nicely. It's got kind of a deep bevel, so you don't want to fill too high because then your sides will bulge. Of course, I got to do 2 of each color, right? Now for our little flip top, I've got a strip of mint macaron cardstock. Let's bring that in. I've got my delightful tag topper here, and I'm going to cut both ends of this strip. And then find the center and score. It should be about 2 1/4 for the center. Let me bring my Simply Score tool back in here and see. Now if one side's a little bit shorter, well, yeah, one side's a little bit shorter, that's okay, that's your back side. You need that full 2 1/4 inches for your design on the front, so put your tear and tape adhesive on the short side. You could do liquid glue here, just hold till it grabs, but I like the instant. This seam right here is the back of your box, so adhere your little label right underneath the fold, and then pinch. Now we've got our cute little flip top. Let's close it up with some Velcro. I love these little Velcro closures. You get them on Amazon. There will be a link below the video. I put them together in pairs, so we've got the soft side and the crunchy side, and they're already Velcroed together. I like the crunchy side on the bottom, so I'm going to take the soft side and put that on my tab, kind of right in the center, and then peel and stick. Then you can separate the Velcro and burnish that down. There's your little flip top bag. I'm going to tie a little twine through the hole there, a little linen thread. I like the loopy, the way it comes off the spool, all kind of loopy. And then the natural color, the natural twine looks really cute with our color palette here. All right, trim the tails. Now let's do some stamping. I love my bug. This is the Hello Ladybug bundle. Got a fun punch and stamps. They coordinate when you buy the 2 together from Stampin' Up as a bundle. You save 10%. Look out for a Stamp-A-Stack card class coming soon. I love this bundle. We're gonna stamp our ladybug's wings with dots, and I want these dots to be a good solid black. So we're gonna use our Stamparatus and we're gonna stamp and then ink and stamp again, maybe even 3 times to get a good solid wings. I got a scrap of petal pink cardstock. Gonna hold it down with the magnets. Ink my spots with Memento Tuxedo Black, and then stamp. And you'll see they're gonna look a little gray. Sometimes they even skip a little bit, but we can ink up again, stamp again. And I usually do 3 times for my images when I want a good strong black silhouette or a good strong black image. There we go. I can slide that out of the Stamparatus. Got some more stamping to do here, so let's bring in crushed curry stamping pad. And I've got some So Saffron cardstock. And we're gonna stamp a couple of sets of the flowers from Hello Ladybug. I want 3 flowers, but I want 2 of the small one and 1 of the medium one. And I'm not gonna use that largest one. Take this away. Put this aside for a second. Let's grab some basic white cardstock and the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I've got an awesome banner that we're gonna cut here. This is another sneak peek, new catalog products. Got my Stylish Shapes dies. This is a nested set of pierced shapes. So there's 4, this is the second largest, there's one that's bigger. It's 4 banners, 5 circles, and 5 squares, and each one of them is pierced and leaves a pierced negative space behind. So really good for windows and shakers and things like that. Let's cut our banner so we can stamp our "You Can Bug Me Anytime" greeting. Pop that in, give it a crank. See, the pierced detail is left on the scrap, so it'd make a good frame or a window, and also on the cutout. All right, bring my Stampin' Pierce mat and my Memento Tuxedo Black back in here. I'm gonna stamp "You Can Bug Me Anytime" a little to the right of center because we're gonna have a bow and a sprig, and the sprig is gonna overlay our greeting just a little bit all the way on the left side. So right of center, leave some room for that sprig. Let's clear away the ink pad and punch that bow and sprig. Got Old Olive cardstock and the bow punch. Love this dude with the ladybugs. The scale is really good. It's a nice size, and it's a fun way to give the little ladies some environment. Let's punch out the wings while we're punching. We're gonna use our ladybug punch. Slide that guy in and punch. And we need a body to glue those wings on. So I've got a scrap of basic black cardstock. And we're gonna punch that guy. Now let's glue the wings onto the body with a little liquid glue. And next we need our flowers. We're gonna fussy cut those. I'm gonna do these 2, medium and the small one, and this one. And I'm just gonna cut them out so that there's a small So Saffron border all the way around, and just kind of bubble cut them. All right, we've got all of our bits prepared. Let's bring our little box back in here. Well, let me see here. Put my bow punch so that you can see what I'm doing. We're going to start with "You Can Bug Me Anytime" and add a strip of dimensional adhesive behind. I love the edges of the mini dimensionals for this. We're gonna cut a strip, add it to the center. Be careful because your banner's wider than your treat box. You don't want the adhesive exposed on the sides. So just a short little strip there and across the bottom of the tag. Then the next thing I want to do is add my sprig and my bow. But what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to take 2 mini dimensionals and I'm going to add my sprig and bow with those dimensionals. And they're going to be the dimensionals that also hold our ladybug. So we'll adhere them where we want them to land and then peel. Now we have adhesive for our bug. Let's add a little bit on the back of our bug's top side here. And then we'll slide the bug under. The body's under and the wing is over, so it gives a real dimensional look. Next up, our flowers. The big one gets a little liquid glue and tucked behind. I love how this brings a little pop of contrast color and adds to the dimensional look that we're building. We can take little half dimensionals, and when I'm adding these little flowers, I'm going to put a little half dimensional here, which is going to also further secure our leaf, and add a little flower, peel and stick, and then I'm going to add a half a dimensional on the bottom side of the label over here, peel and stick. There's our other flower. Now, what's a fun spring project without a little bling? I've got my Genial Gems. I love the Genial Gems with this new Designer Series paper. So the Genial Gems are leaving and the new Host Designer Series paper is coming, and they coordinate perfectly. So plan ahead and grab a couple of these packs to go with your Host Reward Designer Series paper. Add a few of those, little gold sparkle. Aren't they just perfect with the Design a Daydream paper? All right, you guys, if you've got any questions about the treat, about the new products, the new catalog, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com and shop Stampin' Up 24/7. Buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.